Oh, the chaos between Rihanna and Kendall Jenner? It's wilder than a reality TV finale gone off the rails. We all know Riri's got that bad girl vibe for a reason, and if she's not feeling you, trust, she'll make it loud and clear. Just look at Kendall Jenner. She's been there. So, what's the scoop? It's not just that Kendall and Riri were never exactly ride or die pals. Rihanna's finally dropped the real dish on why she's not here for Kendall, and naturally, it's all in the juicy, petty little details. So way before Rihanna was the queen pin we stand today, stacking billions, slaying with Fenty, and raising her crew with ASAP Rocky, she was deep in her villain arc, alright? Riri wasn't here for the industry's playbook. If you stepped to her, she'd hit you back tenfold, no mercy. And believe me, Kendall found that out the rough way. It all popped off back in 2012 when Kendall pulled a classic, "I'm just being cute but secretly throwing shade" stunt, tweeting that if Rihanna didn't sing Complicated the next day, she'd be salty about it. Now wait a sec. Some folks thought Kendall was just playing fangirl, hyped for her top track. But nah, Rihanna clocked that subtle dig in a heartbeat and was like, "Don't try me unless I call you out first." Riri clapped back, and boom, that's when the beef roots got planted. Alright, let's fast forward to 2015, when Rihanna was locked and loaded to slay the Victoria's Secret fashion show, until she hit the brakes and bailed at the 11th hour. Why, you ask? Word on the street was that Rihanna wasn't vibing with Kendall strutting her stuff on that runway, and she was straight up fuming that her ride or die supermodel Jourdan Dunn got swapped out for Kendall. Oh, the drama was thick. The stand started buzzing, piecing it together. Rihanna ditched the gig to back her girl Jourdan and to flex that she wasn't about to let Kendall's silver spoon energy slide in that lineup. Real talk? Riri wasn't messing around when it came to loyalty, and this was just the opening act of the saga. Then, cue Kendall stepping into the spotlight with those tone-deaf, face-palm-worthy comments about how she's selective with her gigs and didn't need to hustle through 30 shows a season like the rest of the modeling pack. Oh honey, the internet lit her up like a bonfire. Fans and runway queens alike dragged Kendall with no chill, calling her out for acting like her famous last name was the golden ticket, not her skills. And don't even get me started on the uproar when she snagged the title of highest paid model of the year. Say what now? The streets were screaming that legends like Naomi Campbell, Adriana Lima, or even Giselle deserved that crown, not some newbie with barely half a decade under her belt. The audacity, right? But hold up. It wasn't just Kendall's big mouth that had Rihanna side-eyeing her. The real kicker came in 2017 when Kendall got crowned fashion icon of the decade. That was the match that torched the whole thing down. For Rihanna, it was game over. Kendall had officially pushed her last button.
Kendall Jenner is set to receive a pretty iconic fashion award, and a lot of people have something to say about it. I think I speak for everyone when I say we're all just really confused by this.
And this is what Adriana had to say about it.
You know what, though? Speaking about the industry changing, I noticed that a lot of people were kind of in an uproar because Kendall Jenner was chosen as fashion icon of the year and having, had
decade, I think it was.
The decade, exactly.
Yeah,
Thank
decade,
you.
yeah.
And she hasn't been in the industry for a decade. And obviously, being in the Kardashian clan, there's just going to be a lot of stigma attached to it. How do you feel about someone who hasn't had a storied history as yourself getting that type of accolade?
I've been working with all the girls, and they don't work any less than we do. They're very talented, and I think these days everything is judged by social media and how much people you are reaching out through that, I believe, and I think that it was well deserved,
Speaking about the industry changing, Adriana played her cards right, but the people knew what was going on here. Even Kendall's fans knew it was too much. Folks were straight up dumbfounded that Kendall, still a rookie in the modeling hustle, snagged that award over someone like Rihanna, who'd been dropping iconic looks since her teenage years. Pure fire, no cap. And you know Riri, she's not the type to let that kind of shade just breeze by. Picture this, at some big public event, Rihanna's posted up right next to Kendall, clocks her outfit, and lets loose with, "Good thing I've got curves to make this fit pop. Wouldn't want to be out here looking like a walking hanger." Loud as hell. Then she locked eyes with Kendall, hit her with a cackle right to the face and strutted off like it was nothing. Phew, Riri didn't skip a single beat with that clapback. But oh, it didn't end there. Rihanna wasn't even pretending to play nice when their paths crossed at New York Fashion Week. The stands caught Riri pulling the most "you really" face as Kendall worked the runway, like disgust on full blast. Crystal clear, Rihanna wasn't feeling it, and she wasn't about to fake it for anybody. All right, buckle up. Here's where the tea gets piping hot. Back in 2016, Kendall Jenner and A$AP Rocky were a whole vibe. You heard me right? Way before Riri put that ring on it with Rocky, Kendall and him were out here flaunting their chemistry worldwide. Paris, New York, Miami, the works. They were popping up everywhere, looking like they were deep in a full-on romance arc. Flash forward, and Rihanna's got Rocky on lock. 2 kids, a whole family empire, the happily ever after package. So, could this be the spark behind all the shade? Quite possibly. Riri's not the one to let anybody slide when it comes to her man, and the internet sleuths were quick to whisper that this messy love triangle might just be fueling the feud. The fans started connecting the dots. Kendall and A$AP Rocky had their moment. Kim Kardashian even dropped a pic of them looking way too cozy for comfort. And let's just say Rihanna wasn't exactly vibing with that energy. Nope, not one bit. So is this the real tea behind why Riri can't stomach Kendall? Word from Rihanna's inner circle says, yeah, the messy history with Rocky's a piece of the puzzle, but it's also about Kendall waltzing through life with everything served up on a shiny silver platter. Rihanna's all about that grind, blood, sweat, and hustle to claim her crown, while Kendall just glided in on the Kardashian-Jenner Express, no receipts needed. And let's not sleep on this, Kendall's rep for acting like other models' struggles were invisible didn't win her any points. Oh, and snagging Riri's man for a hot minute? Yeah, that was the cherry on top of this shade sundae. Rihanna's stans? They live for her raw, no-filter energy. They're obsessed with how Riri keeps it 100, drops truth bombs, and shuts down disrespect without blinking. One fan summed it up perfect. We need more queens like Rihanna who don't give a damn and cut through the nonsense. Real talk. Can't argue with that. Rihanna's carved her legend in the game through straight up grit. While the Jenner Kardashian crew, they might want to grab a chair because Riri's out here outshining them in every way that matters. Talent, vibe, you name it. So what's your take, fam? Is Rihanna just salty over Kendall's fling with Rocky? Or is this beef layered deeper than a cake? Hit the comments with your hot takes. And don't sleep on our other vids for the juiciest scoops on all this celeb chaos.